the truth. They're good in supply.
After an explosive Season 2 finale, Silo Season 3, Episode 1 completely changes the game. Juliette may have returned to Silo 18, but something is seriously wrong. She's alive, she's the new mayor, and everyone treats her like a hero, yet she can't remember the very events that made her one. At the same time, the episode takes us hundreds of years into the past, revealing the story of Daniel and Charlotte Keene, and those flashbacks might finally explain how the world ended up with thousands of people living inside giant underground silos. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. So let's break down everything that happened in Episode 1, all the hidden details, and that shocking ending.
What do you mean?
Juliette wakes up to a life she doesn't remember. The episode opens with Juliette living what appears to be a perfectly normal routine. Every morning she receives her vitamins, eats her meals, and hears the same reminder that Silo 18 is finally at peace because she survived her cleaning and returned safely. On the surface, everything seems calm, but almost immediately, we realize something isn't right. While getting ready, Juliette notices scars covering parts of her body and face. Instead of questioning where they came from, she simply accepts them. Later, when she walks through the silo to greet its citizens, she becomes overwhelmed by familiar faces she can't recognize and places she somehow knows but doesn't remember. She even briefly notices someone trading the sheriff's badge for a wooden horse, yet before she can understand why that feels important, the moment passes. The constant noise, crowds, and strange flashes inside her mind become too much, forcing her to return to her room. From the very beginning, it's obvious that Juliette isn't simply recovering from injuries. Someone has taken away her memories.
What'd you say?
I said if you didn't do what I said, I'd punch you in the throat.
The mystery of Charlotte Keene begins. The episode then jumps far into the past. Long before the silos ever existed, we're introduced to Charlotte Keene, who is moving cautiously through Washington, D.C., constantly changing her appearance and even switching subway trains because she believes someone is following her. Her behavior immediately tells us she's involved in something much bigger than ordinary politics. Soon we meet her brother, Congressman Daniel Keene. He's busy campaigning for re-election, calling voters personally to make sure they support him. After finishing his political duties, he secretly meets Charlotte. Their conversation reveals several important pieces of information. Charlotte has deliberately connected Daniel with journalist Helen, hoping Helen will investigate America's growing conflict with Iran. She also wants Daniel to join Senator Thurman's Iran committee so he can secretly leak classified information. Charlotte never openly explains why she needs this information, but she strongly hints that she's about to participate in a military operation against Iran as a Navy pilot. Daniel isn't comfortable with the situation, but he agrees to help his sister. This entire storyline feels disconnected from Juliette for now, but it's almost certainly setting up the true origins of the Silo universe.
My sister, Charlotte Keene, is a naval aviator attached to the Nimitz.
Daniel tries to protect his sister. Determined to help Charlotte, Daniel immediately approaches Senator Thurman and asks for a position on the Iran committee. Instead of hiding his reasons, Daniel honestly admits that his sister is about to participate in a dangerous bombing mission, and he wants to understand exactly what she's flying into. Unfortunately, Senator Thurman refuses. She believes Daniel has crossed professional boundaries and quickly ends the meeting. However, after Daniel leaves, Thurman quietly notes Charlotte's name, suggesting she now realizes how important this mission really is. Soon afterward, Thurman's daughter Anna visits Daniel with devastating news. She confirms Charlotte has already left aboard the USS Nimitz and is now flying toward Iran as part of America's retaliatory strike. Daniel is too late to stop her. Charlotte's mission ends in disaster. Charlotte and her squadron fly advanced F-35 fighter jets alongside an enormous military operation. Missiles launched from the USS McCain are supposed to weaken the target before the aircraft finish the attack. Everything goes according to plan until the squadron suddenly enters an enormous storm cloud. Within seconds, total chaos erupts. The missiles malfunction. Every aircraft begins losing control. Strange microscopic particles flood Charlotte's cockpit, damaging every electronic system almost instantly. The planes are torn apart before the pilots even understand what's happening. The episode never explains what these particles are. Were they created by Iran, by the United States, or by someone else entirely? For now, all we know is that these mysterious nanoparticles appear capable of destroying incredibly advanced technology, and they may become one of the biggest mysteries of the entire season.
Out of Landstuhl 12 hours ago.
Yeah. She's gonna land at Andrews in 10 minutes.
Charlotte survives. but loses herself. Back in Washington, Senator Thurman informs Daniel that Charlotte survived the disaster and that a rescue team has recovered her. Relieved, Daniel rushes to the hospital, but another surprise awaits him. Charlotte has been transferred to a specialized neurological clinic after suffering a traumatic brain injury. When Daniel finally sees her, she's badly injured, but alive. Then comes one of the episode's most heartbreaking moments. Charlotte looks directly at her own brother and has absolutely no idea who he is. Her memories are completely gone. It's impossible to ignore the obvious parallel. Charlotte's condition mirrors exactly what is happening to Juliette in the present timeline.
Your suit, it wasn't a regular cleaning suit. It was insulated.
Juliette begins recovering pieces of the truth. Back inside Silo 18, Juliette experiences terrifying nightmares. She dreams about returning from outside and watching Bernard burn alive before waking up in panic. Camille immediately rushes in to comfort her, but instead of helping Juliette recover her memories, she carefully encourages her to forget them. Soon we discover why. Juliette's entire room is secretly monitored through hidden cameras. Every conversation she has is being watched by Robert and several technicians inside a hidden surveillance room. Nothing Juliette does is private. Robert later escorts her to the airlock and gives her an official explanation of what happened outside. According to him, Juliette survived because she wore an unusual protective suit, while Bernard died after poison entered his damaged suit. The story sounds believable. There's only one problem. It's completely false. Bernard didn't die the way everyone believes. After questioning Juliette about several events from previous seasons to make sure her memory loss is genuine, Robert later speaks privately with Camille. That's when the truth finally comes out. Bernard didn't actually die because of fire or poisonous air. He survived. Robert personally murdered him by choking him to death before disposing of his body. Camille doesn't object because she believes Bernard deserved his fate. More importantly, she wants Juliette to remain confused forever. That means everyone closest to Juliette is actively lying to her every single day. Silo 18 forms a new government. A new council has now replaced much of Bernard's leadership. Representatives from different departments gather to discuss rebuilding the silo after the rebellion. Mining reports serious structural damage caused by centuries of excavation. Mechanical confirms repairs are progressing well. Supply insists resources remain stable despite growing shortages. On paper, everything sounds optimistic. But beneath the surface, tensions continue growing. Young supply representative Orla immediately clashes with mining leader Ed Harwood, who believes she's too inexperienced for her position. Their disagreement seems minor at first, but it hints at deeper divisions spreading throughout the silo. During Orla's report, she casually says, "We're good in supply." Those 4 words unexpectedly trigger one of Juliette's strongest memories. She suddenly remembers Martha's secret message from season 1, telling her exactly the same phrase before her cleaning. For just a second, pieces of Juliette's real past begin breaking through the mental fog.
And see what you've been doing, so I just want to say thank you for all the hard work.
The rebels haven't disappeared. The council also discusses 2 dangerous fugitives. Kennedy remains missing after the rebellion, while Lucas is believed to be dead. Even more concerning is the emergence of a mysterious resistance group called the Outsiders. These masked rebels continue attacking government facilities while spreading the belief that people are being lied to about the outside world. Their movement is growing stronger despite Bernard's death. Meanwhile, Juliette continues meeting old friends she can no longer recognize. Knox, Shirley, Hank, and the mechanical crew all struggle emotionally because the woman they fought beside now treats them like strangers. For them, Juliette may be physically alive, but the person they knew has disappeared. The Outsiders strike again. Later, chaos erupts after the Outsiders launch another surprise attack inside IU. They steal important equipment, including a helmet, while hanging a massive banner declaring that the silo's display is a lie. When Juliette sees those words, another memory suddenly returns. She remembers standing outside the silo and seeing green grass, blue skies, and a distant city on the horizon. That memory completely contradicts everything she's been told. The audience already knows the truth is incredibly complicated. The screens inside the helmet showed fake paradise, while the silo's external display showed the real dead landscape. Yet even that may not be the complete story because the distant city suggests there may still be functioning civilization somewhere beyond the wasteland. Whether the Outsiders know the full truth or only part of it remains one of the season's biggest mysteries. Meanwhile, surveillance technicians reviewing footage from the attack notice one rebel injured her arm. They immediately order security to identify anyone seeking treatment for that wound, proving surveillance inside the silo remains just as powerful as ever despite claims that most cameras were removed.
I think I went into another silo.
Juliette is being manipulated. Still haunted by fragmented memories, Juliette questions Camille about her journey outside. She even remembers reaching another silo. Instead of telling the truth, Camille immediately invents another story. She claims Juliette never entered another silo at all. According to her version, Juliette simply found an abandoned shelter where she recovered before returning home. It's another carefully constructed lie designed to erase Juliette's real experiences. Immediately afterward, Camille secretly communicates with the mysterious algorithm. The algorithm concludes that Juliette's memories are returning too quickly and orders Camille to double her medication. Those so-called daily vitamins aren't vitamins at all. They're drugs specifically created to suppress Juliette's memories. Camille follows the order without hesitation, proving she values the mission more than Juliette herself.
Bowl upside
That's just to tell them I didn't like it.
loud and clear, man.
Bye, Tony.
The ending. The episode ends with one small but incredibly important moment. While eating in the cafeteria, Juliette discovers a hidden message inside her bowl. It reads, "Want the truth? Leave your bowl upside down. Go to the marketplace. Burn this." Who sent it? The episode never confirms the sender, but Martha seems like the most likely candidate. She's used secret messages before and knows Juliette better than almost anyone else. The note isn't trying to explain everything. Instead, it gives Juliette something even more valuable. Hope. Someone inside the silo knows she's being manipulated. Someone wants her to stop trusting the people around her. And if Juliette eventually realizes that the pills she's taking every day are actually memory suppressants, all of her lost memories could come flooding back. That would completely destroy Robert and Camille's carefully constructed illusion. With hidden surveillance everywhere, rebels operating in the shadows, mysterious flashbacks revealing the world's collapse, and Juliette standing on the edge of remembering who she truly is. Episode 1 sets up an incredible mystery for the rest of Season 3. The only question now is whether Juliette can uncover the truth before the people controlling Silo 18 realize she's beginning to remember everything.
Looking for a woman with a bandaged right arm.
Got it.
Our nerdy thoughts, and that's everything that happened in Silo Season 3, Episode 1. This premiere doesn't just continue Juliette's story, it completely changes it. Between her missing memories, the shocking truth about Bernard's death, the mysterious flashbacks to Charlotte and Daniel Keene, and that secret message waiting for Juliette at the very end. It's clear that Season 3 is building towards some massive revelations. The biggest question now is whether Juliette will discover that her so-called vitamins are actually suppressing her memories before Robert, Camille, and the Watchers realize she's starting to remember the truth. But what do you think? Who sent Juliette that secret message? Is it really Martha, or could someone else be secretly helping her from the shadows? And what do you think those mysterious nanoparticles in the flashback really are? Let me know all your theories down in the comments. I'd love to read them. If you enjoyed this recap and ending explained, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to Nerdy Show, and turn on notifications so you never miss our coverage of Silo Season 3, along with all the latest sci-fi and fantasy breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hope you sleep better tonight. Thanks.
See you in the morning. Bye.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.